Welcome to the OMG Show.
All right, everybody, and welcome to the OMG Show. Today, I'm excited about talking specifically about this topic because, again, I started off as a traffic person. All right, I came on the scene and I'm like, hey, let's get this going. And rather than relying on SEO and organic traffic, we just went straight into paid traffic. I had done SEO in the past. I was fairly successful at it, but it just took way too long. Again, 6 months to see results. Now, I'm not completely saying that SEO, you shouldn't attempt it, but I love paid traffic. So we're going to talk about paid traffic today. And today specifically, the 3 campaigns that you should be running at any given time. And these 3 campaigns for me and for my clients have proven to work over and over and over again. And it pretty much is part of what I call my engagement/inception strategy when it comes to creating Facebook ads. Because you have to understand that there's people at different levels of awareness. Okay. And so by creating an engagement/inception campaign, we not only warm up cold audience, but we get them to buy into, our mojo and then present an offer to them at the right time in order to increase our conversions. And generally on the back end, you see way more conversions. Okay. So you kind of have a system where you're constantly warming up people, but at the same time, you're increasing your conversions. So that's kind of how we get into like the 60, 70, 80% conversion rates on landing pages. Because it's not necessarily cold traffic. They're a little bit warmed up, but at the same time, it's all based on their engagement with you. So what am I talking about? How do we set this up? So the engagement inception strategy on Facebook ads comes in 3 parts. And the first one is to create a video that provides awareness, education, and value on a particular topic. Okay, so for example, this works great if you find yourself in a situation where you can sell to people in person, but when you translate that to your online sales funnel, it flops. Okay, I've seen many cases like this. So what you want to do is try to recreate the conversation you have with people in person in a video format. You're kind of talking to me through a camera, and you're going through the questions, right? So when you're creating a script or however it is that you shoot videos, whatever makes you feel comfortable, you want to outline the kind of questions that people have when they talk to you in person. And that's how you form the outline of your video for a Facebook ad. Okay, we don't want to do like a video sales letter or anything like that. That's not what this is. This is about, having that conversation virtually. So what we want to do is replicate that scenario as close as possible. So, get a sheet of paper, write down the 5, 7 questions people have. Maybe it's 3, maybe it's more than that, who knows? And then that becomes your script, right? And so once you shoot that video now becomes your ad. Now, if you're looking for length, I like 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, length, it's a sensitive topic for a lot of different people. For me, I like 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so keep it 3 to 5 minutes in length. And the copy, right? The headline on your ad is aimed at making sure people, stop, right? They stop scrolling, they look at your ad, and then gets them to read the description. The description should get them to watch the video. The most important thing, though, is the video. So in the video, you want to make sure you start off going straight after something they care about. Okay? So once you have that video, you aim that video at cold traffic. Okay? People that are in your market, but have never heard of you before, have never interacted with you before, and pretty much don't know who you are or what you can do for them, which is most important. Okay, people always care about what you can do for them. All right, so keep that in mind, specifically with the intro of your video. Let them know exactly, hey, here's what I can do for you, here's how I can help you. Okay, so you want to go ahead and do that with your ad. Start off by creating a campaign. Now, for a campaign, we want to do video views. Okay, we want people to watch our video because, again, that video is the conversation piece. That's how we're going to warm them up. Okay, so once you set up that video campaign, right, the next thing that we're going to want to do is create a retargeting campaign. Now, you need to create a custom audience based on the people that watched your video, a certain percentage. Okay, so ideally for me, I do 25%. If people have watched at least 25% of my video, I got them somewhat interested. Okay, they saw, in the, let's say if it's a 5-minute video, that's more than a minute. And in the first minute, I've already introduced who I am, what I can do for them, and what I'm doing here for them, right? So essentially, I have those things covered. They kind of understand who I am now. So I feel safe with 25%. You can do 10 seconds and all that kind of stuff. For me, I like 25% because I feel like these people in the long run, well, I should say I know because of the stats, but I feel that way because I know that at the end of the line, in the long run, they bring in more revenue for you. So 25% is kind of where I start. All right, you do 25, 50, 75. You can do some other things too, but I like 25. Experiment, test for yourself, right? So 25% who've watched that video, I'm going to retarget them with something to opt them in for my list. Now, nowadays on Facebook, you see more and more people going straight to sale, right? Which is great because then you also build a list rather than, leads of customers, which is cool. And again, but that's a topic for a different podcast, right? So for this situation, let's just say we're gonna do a freebie. You have a free ebook, a free PDF, a free challenge, whatever. You aimed that freebie to the people that watched the video. Okay, so now, again, 25%, right? People who have watched your video, at least 25% are going to see this ad. So they have engaged with you already. They're warmed up. Okay, so at this point, you should start seeing higher conversions, right? Like typically on cold traffic conversions, right? Like going just straight from cold traffic to ad, which is typically a freebie or something. If you're doing really good, you're at 30%. Okay, if you're doing okay, if you're at 20%, really good 30, anything above 30, you're doing awesome. All right. Now, in the engagement inception strategy, that step typically has around a 45% conversion rate. Okay, so right there, you got 15 points above a traditional funnel. All right. Now here's the thing: some people are still not going to opt in. So what do? Is we then retarget them to get them back into our funnel. Right? Now, you can add multiple steps to this, okay? For example, if you're going after like a really high ticket product, you can have maybe 1 video, 2, 3 videos that trigger whenever someone sees 25, 50%, right? So they see 25% of video 1, boom, video 2. They see 25% of video 2, boom, video 3. They see 25% of video 3, boom, high ticket offer, let's go. So there's different ways that you can engage or implement this engagement / inception strategy into your business, but it works for both low-end and high-end products. And the reason why it works so well is because it's all based on that user's engagement, right? We make our marketing meet them where they're at. We don't force them to do anything. They interact with us, and based on their interaction level is when we work with them. We help them get to the next step as long as they are ready. So down the road, this creates a better relationship, if you will. All right. I'm a big believer that online marketing is all about relationships. They start online, but then you want to take them offline. Okay. And this part of the process, sure, it can be a little bit more expensive in the beginning, but in the long tail of things, it's going to pay itself, it's going to pay dividends. It's going to pay off because people will understand that marketing process and have that connection with you for the long run. All right. And that's pretty much what you want to be doing with your ads, is getting people into your funnel. But again, you want to get people that are going to essentially buy from you. And when it comes to getting people to buy from you, it's all about that know, like, and trust factor. So by implementing the engagement inception strategy, you start building that know, like, and trust factor from the get. Okay, so that's why I highly recommend you implement this inside of your business, right? Create a video that just brings in awareness. You send it out for video views. You spend, the majority of your budget just pushing it out there, getting people to watch. You retarget 25% of that audience you retarget the audience that's watched at least 25% into your email list or your straight to offer. And then you retarget the people that went to your landing page or sales page and didn't take that next step to then take the next step. And you're going to see that system start bringing in a lot more sales and a lot more leads. Okay, so boom, that's it for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all on the next one.